NXT Roadblock is this Tuesday, so without further ado, I'm going to give my predictions for you for the show here today on SCW. But before we start, please like the video, share it with a friend as well, and make sure to subscribe to SCW for plenty of wrestling content on WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, and much, much more. So let's get straight into it then. NXT 2.0 Roadblock. Loving the fact that Roadblock has been brought back in by WWE. Personally, was never a fan of Fastlane, and of course that's not a part of the main roster this year, but the fact that Roadblock is being used for NXT, I think is a good way to promote and have a special Tuesday event, so I'm liking that it's been brought back. And we've got some great matches announced for the show as well. Let's start off with the last man standing match, LA Knight going against Grayson Waller. Now this feud seems like it's been going on for a very, very long time. In fact, it started off with the Halloween party. Remember them both being dressed as Dracula for Halloween Havoc, going all the way back through there. We've gone through War Games. We've had some one-on-one encounters in the past as well. LA Knight, more than not in the singles competition, has had Grayson Waller's number, but when it comes to outside of the ring, Grayson Waller's been the one that's had LA Knight's number. We're talking attacks in the parking lot, we're talking, restraining orders, which, let's be fair, was not handled very, very well from Grayson Waller, but still. This here, for me, this gimmick match is perfect because it gets over the heel so, so well. Grayson Waller will be my prediction for this match because he needs to come out the stronger one of the two because he's the younger talent, the one that's got the potential to be a future NXT champion. So for that reason, Grayson Waller, I think, will escape this match, probably getting up at the 9 count. Maybe his bodyguard as well may play a part as well in the decision that can help protect LA Knight as well in this match. And LA Knight, for me, I think his future is probably going to be on Raw or SmackDown, so that's why I think we can perhaps this could be the write-off from NXT for LA Knight. We'll have to wait and see. And for Grayson Waller, I can see him being added to the ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Of course, Carmelo Hayes has said he's going to put his title on the line in a multi-man ladder match. I think Grayson Waller would be great for that match, and also could do one of them great spots like we saw War Games where he could jump off the ladder doing an elbow drop instead of the top of a cage. Next, let's talk about the NXT Tag Team Championship show. We've got the champions Imperium defending against the winners of the Dusty Cup. That's right, the Creed brothers will be going for those belts. And personally, for me, this has been a great rivalry because we've seen Imperium and Diamond Mine over 2022 having matches against each other, whether it's been Gunther against Roderick Strong, whether it's been, the 6-man tag team match. But with the Creed brothers then winning the Dusty Cup, it seems quite fitting that they could be the ones to take those tag team championships from Bartel and Eichner because they've held those belts now since Halloween Havoc, and I think a change probably is needed at this point. For me personally, I never usually bet against Imperium. I think that's a bad thing to do, but the fact that the Creed brothers have won the Dusty Cup, I want that to remain strong, to feel important. The Creed brothers have beaten more or less every other tag team in NXT to get this opportunity. If Imperium win this match, then what does it say for the rest of the tag team division? It kind of means that Imperium will hold these championships, well, probably forever. So for that reason, I think right now, momentum and everything that goes with it, the Creed brothers should win the NXT Tag Team Championships in my personal opinion. Next, let's talk about the NXT Championship being defended in a triple threat match. That's right, the champion Bron Breakker will be taking on Tommaso Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler. This has been quite nicely put together, and I did think that we were going to get Breakker versus Ziggler in a one-on-one match. I also thought potentially that could have been your main event for Stand and Deliver in April on WrestleMania weekend, but it doesn't seem to be that direction unless Ciampa is the one that's removed from the equation here, or it could be a case of maybe that Ziggler is removed from the equation and we get Ciampa versus Bron Breakker 3, which has been teased with the two superstars backstage on NXT TV. So one thing I'm going to say for here, I think Bron Breakker is going to retain his NXT Championship. I've got no doubt about that. I think though it becomes more unpredictable, the fact that we have 3 superstars rather than Breakker against 1 superstar, but at the same time I think Breakker can learn a lot here. He's got the experience of Mr. NXT himself in Tommaso Ciampa, Dolph Ziggler of course, who's been on Raw and SmackDown for well over a decade, and probably even longer actually, 15 years if you count the Spirit Squad as well in and amongst WWE. Some invaluable experience that will go for Bron Breakker and will help him going forward. Bron Breakker has been unbelievable so far as NXT champion, unbelievable in fact since coming to NXT, and expect those things to continue going forward for Bron Breakker. So he will be my winner for this match and retaining the NXT Championship. So that's everything that's been announced ahead of recording. But if I was to give my little take on things, the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic for the women's semi-finals, I expect the first match of that to take place on this show. Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray to take on Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. To give a prediction on that, if that was to go down, I think Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray are going to win the entire tournament. I expect them to take on Raquel Gonzalez and Cora Cora Jade in the final. So that's going to be pretty much my prediction there of the whole tournament. But I would expect that match to take place on this week's show as well, even though it's not been announced at this current stage. But that's all from me anyway. Thank you for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed this video. NXT Roadblock, I say, is this Tuesday. Let me know your predictions for all the matches given in the comments below. Is Dolph Ziggler going to win the NXT Championship? WWE, you're teasing us with that image, but no, I don't see it personally happening myself. But let me know if you think will happen, if you think Bron Breakker is retaining, or if you think Ciampa is going to walk away with Goldie once again. Make sure to check the videos on the side of the screen right now, and also keep an eye on the channel because Ask SCW is going to be dropping later today. Thank you for watching as always. Have yourselves a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe. You've been watching SCW here on YouTube. All the best.